tell your history. You know, learning for yourself. Be optimistic as well, but at the same time also learn to better yourself, because you know, you always, like they say, you can learn something new every day. So
read.
Yeah, exactly.
Read.
Exactly. Read. Exactly.
I know everything is about the internet
and all that.
All I got to do is Google and this, that, and the third.
Exactly.
But me being on this planet for as long as I've been on this planet, I know and understand that even Google lacks certain information.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to us.
Exactly.
You can ask it what you want to ask it. If you ask it some one-on-one information, you'll get it.
Absolutely.
When you start going too far back into time, Google can't keep up with you.
Absolutely.
That's when you got to go to a library.
Yep. And get that information.
Because there was a time once on this planet when if you was our complexion, you wasn't allowed to read.
Absolutely.
Nor write.
Yep. It was a law.
It was a law. You couldn't read nor write.
Exactly.
So now that you have that ability, utilize it.
Exactly.
With all your power, with all your utilization.
Exactly.
Know how to read, know how to write, know how to express yourself.
Learn your history.
Learn history.
Learn your history.
Learn history. I won't say your history. Learn history. Learn all history that's in existence.
Exactly.
Because even if you're learning history about somebody else, some other nationality, you don't have to speak their language.
No, you don't.
From you know their history.
Exactly.
Once you know their history,
and you know how they started.
That's key.
But the most important thing when I say learn history is because the black man, if you really do your history, is history. You see what I'm saying? They don't want you to know that.
We are the history.
We are the history.
We are the history.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's the reason why, reverting back to the man and the black woman and the black man, is so vital to be able to make each other better. Because like my brother said, he said that, you know, you have to, there is no excuse not to create your own identity. It's no excuse not to create your own entity. There's no excuse for that. What I'm saying is that when it's a man and a female and it's two separate entities and they become one, that's oneness. You see what I'm saying? Because they have two separate entities that they join together without having the need to vacate and maybe get pregnant or whatever.
Basically, it's like this. We are all a half.
Yeah.
Even though we know the word individual means individual. Yeah. Dual. Yeah. Which means two.
Yeah.
You're still singular.
Exactly.
And in order for you to become whole, you have to find that right compatibility. If you're a man, female, female to male, to man, you have to find that unification, that unity.
Absolutely. And it got to be genuine.
But the key is, you have to know who you are.
Exactly, and that's the key too. Very key.
Because
got to know who you are.
We can all
front.
We can all run around.
You know, act like you
sexy.
Yeah.
Effing up a bag and doing all this other wild stuff. But at the end of the day,
is it genuine? Is it coming from a genuine standpoint?
If at the end, when you wake up in the morning, you fall asleep at the end of that day and wake up, if you look over, you get up and you like, you in the same place.
Exactly. No elevation.
It was just another night.
Yep.
It was a waste of time.
Definitely.
It was a waste of time.
Waste of time.
You didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
No matter how extravagant it was at that time.
Exactly.
Once you fall asleep and you wake up and your life hasn't changed, it was a waste of time.
It was a waste of time. That's why it's so important to be creative and innovative. Because if you are the type of person that's innovative and creative, you can put somebody in position to do something that they can't do on their own. But that's not to say that you should allow the person to use you. Because a lot of times people who are innovative and creative, they get a lot of people that use them.
Exactly.
And that's not a good position either.
And it don't matter rich or poor.
It don't matter rich or poor.
Because
exactly.
Even if you poor, male or female, somebody come through, they want to take you to Red Lobster, buy you a new little
outfit or whatever,
you know, show you something different that you're used to.
Exactly.
You're gonna think the world of it.
Exactly.
But when you look at the world, you can get nothing.
Exactly.
So, you know, as the saying goes, there's levels to things.
Always levels.
And when you have people that comes into your midst that they realize what you have or haven't had.
Exactly.
Then they can say, okay, I can give this person this much.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're gonna treat this much like this much because they're only used to this much. I'm gonna capitalize.
Exactly.
So you're being used.
Exactly.
Male and female.
Male and female. People prey on those. People prey on those things.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You can be preyed upon.
Exactly.
That's why even though you have little, you're still supposed to know about the mots.
Exactly.
Know about the major. Know about the most.
Exactly.
So even when a person do come to you,
you don't sell yourself short. Because that's what people do. People sell themselves short. They think because they help somebody that and a person becomes better, they think that it stops there. It doesn't stop there because now, okay, you're supposed to also figure out a way where you can bring somebody up at the same time as you both come up at the same time.
Like they used to say back in the days, you gotta nip it in the bud.
Exactly.
As soon as it starts,
exactly.
You got to check it. Instant. Right then and
there.
You don't wait.
That's
you
old
don't
school.
Let it linger.
That's old school.
You don't
check it right away.
Take. You don't nothing. Listen. Nah, I'm not with that.
Yeah,
this is what it's about.
This is what it's about. This is what it is. This is what we gotta do.
This is what I'm about.
Exactly.
Now, if you're willing to deal with me after you know that this is what I'm about, cool. If not, move on.
And you gotta do what you gotta do.
Cause guess what?
Exactly.
Prior to this, you didn't have what you want, what you really want.
Exactly.
So why act like now I have to succumb to what this individual has in order for me to say, feel like I'm better?
Absolutely.
Feel like I've obtained something in life.
Exactly.
You haven't, because like you always say, all money ain't good money.
All money isn't good money.
All money ain't good money.
All money isn't good money.
All good ain't good.
And all good ain't good. They say.
You know,
it's cause it was what is it? Everything that glitter
ain't good.
You feel me?
Definitely.
So at the end of the day, we just want y'all to understand that these are the type of conversations that we always have amongst ourselves. Like I said again, we're not necessarily doing it for views.
We talk to other people. They always say,
y'all should do this, y'all should do this,
vlog and this and the third,
because
somewhat of a good insight.
And this is, like I said, this is exactly what we do amongst ourselves with no camera in front of us. And people, he had people that come in, I had people that come to me.
Exactly.
We definitely looking, and like I said, we're looking to.
So we basically just here to give forth.
We're here to give forth.
Just to give what it is, like I said, amongst us.
Yeah.
Amongst just the two of us sitting here right now.
Exactly.
85 years.
Exactly.
85 years. 85 years.
And we look young as hell, so you know how that goes. You know. So you know how that goes.
And I repeat again, 85 years.
Exactly.
Amongst the both of us.
Exactly. So we do know. So we do have a handle on some type of knowledge.
Exactly.
We have some type of knowledge.
We just out here running crazy, and we just telling you.
We just knuckleheads just trying to give views or whatever the case may be. We actually coming from a humble place. Exactly. Exactly. We coming from a humble place. We had humble beginnings, and we in a humble place. So at the end of the day, we just looking to try to give you knowledge, and we're gonna continue to feed you the knowledge that we have.
Just expressing what we've experienced, our outlook,
exactly,
on what we've have experienced,
exactly, as
long as we've been here.
We're gonna get to a lot of topics. We're gonna do a lot of topics further in the near future. We're gonna get into a lot of other topics. Obviously, you know, it's a lot of terminology that people use. We're gonna get into that another time. family versus relatives.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of different topics. That's a topic that we're gonna definitely dive into. Friend, gangsters. We're gonna get into a lot of different things as time goes on.
My husband,
wife, all that, and that's another thing too.
Like
queen wife is what you're supposed to be using. That's another word. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna get into all that. So just keep, you know what I'm saying. You know, make sure you hit that. Check for us. Make sure you hit that like button and all that. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe.
All that.
Because we're gonna keep feeding you this knowledge, and like I said,
we here to build.
We here to build.
Just like when we was all children, I'm sure everybody experienced it.
Yeah.
When you was a child,
absolutely.
First thing they gave you blocks.
Exactly.
When you had to put the
Legos.
You had to put the block within each shape.
Absolutely.
If it was a triangle, you had to put it in a triangle. If it was a square, you put it in a square. If it was a circle, you put it in a circle.
Absolutely.
And this is what we're here to do.
And that's what it's all about.
Put the squares in the squares, triangle in triangle, circles in circles.
Exactly. Leave your comments.
That's what we're here to do.
We want to read your comments. We eventually, once we build everything up, we'll eventually go live. But for right now, we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna just send it. We're gonna do it like we're doing it now. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We talk all the time.
We're just gonna keep
We're gonna keep the videos coming. Eventually, we'll do live once we get the right amount of followers. You know what I'm saying? Forefathers is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
We just doing us.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is
it's just the beginning.
This is, as some of you may have heard, as I speak to you, I speak to myself.
Absolutely.
It's therapy.
Absolutely.
It's therapy.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
We sit here and we converse in order to keep us afloat.
Absolutely.
Within all that's going on in this world.
Absolutely.
And hopefully the information, the knowledge, the understanding, the ideas, the opinions that we have,
you know, could change your life.
Can help you out within your life.
Exactly.
You know? And give you a better outlook. Because we all about better. We never about worse.
Never.
We all about better.
Better.
So with that being said, make sure you tune in to the Forefathers.
Exactly. Forefathers. We're gonna definitely keep this going, and this is the beginning. So y'all have a good day. And we out.